ee, ooh, ching, chang, walla, walla, bang, bang, ooh, ee, ching, ching, walla, walla, bang, bang, whoop, whoop. Proper bike, ooh. Doggy, doggy. You're welcome. I wonder if I hope I switched my microphone on. Imagine, oh God, how stupid would I feel? I'm a little paranoid now. Oh, it's getting dark already. It's only 20 past 9. Still haven't fixed the clock. Still haven't done it. So it's probably closer to like 25 past 3-ish. I'm not wearing a watch, so I haven't got a clue, and I haven't fixed my clock too. So I just don't know. Nonsense. Oh, I can't wait to get home. Can't wait. But I'll have to. I will bloody well have to. I really think I'm going to buy that transmitter receiver combo for the new Mic Mini. It just feels like the way to go. I'm hoping one can be set with noise cancelling and the other one raw dog it. If not, I'll probably just sync one to the 360, one to the DJI. I'm thinking that split would probably be the best method. You know, I'm probably just pissing in the wind trying to get crystal clear audio and engine noise at the same time. Oh God, you're so far over to the right, you asshat van, and you want to go left as well. What an interesting position of the road to take. Oh well. Yeah, it's probably like a pipe dream. I mean, because if you listen to some of the audio on the like the bigger channels, a lot of the time, I was recently listening to the Bike World one, and you can. I mean, once you start to get to like know the different sounds and stuff like that, and what's going on, you can hear that it's a heavily like I say compressed. I don't really know what that means, but you can tell that he's got noise reduction on due to like sort of the underwater effect that you get from it. Whereas I don't know, when it comes to bikes and stuff like that, you want to hear the noise of the bike. I mean, I'm guessing that even electric bikes have got like a signature like whine to them, depending on the gear cut, or even whether or not it's like a belt driven, something like that. Do you know what I mean? I remember maybe like a year or so, like a few years ago actually, like Spicy 110 was reviewing the Energica, and and like sort of the whine of it was pretty sort of I don't know, it was quite not addictive, I suppose, but it was quite something to hear. Like the little turbine go. So I don't know, having like the sounds as well. You're quite close to me there, dipshit. What do you want to do? I'll fucking back off a bit. What are you doing, Lexus? I tell you what I have noticed actually, since I took the top box off, I garner a little bit more attention now. I noticed I got a few more eyeballs on the bike. I mean, obviously the sound of it causes quite a few people to see what the fuck is going on. But usually you get like a sort of a glance in the direction of the bike, and then they'll sort of go like, oh God, look at him. Oh, I wish I was him. In that order. But you have quite a lot more of sort of lingering glance now that the top box sort of doesn't ruin the sportier look of the sports tourer. I mean, that's what I believe. And I've already told you all to not correct me if I'm wrong ever again. Boop, boop, boop. What are you doing, you crazy little son of a bitch? See what I mean? Straight away, you were like, oh, look at that. Oh, I wish I was him. Let's look for a little bit longer than normal. It's definitely, it's not in my head. It's not in my head. These are things that are actually happening in the real world. And I am decoding the actions for people like yourselves who have no idea of what's going on around them. Consider this a lesson from your gracious overlord. lollipop ladies were just like, forward them kids, yo. And not, I mean, is it because they're like, I've only got one job, so I'll fucking well do it, and I'll halt the traffic every time someone needs to go past, regardless of their age. I'd be like, no, I know my Green Cross code. Banana Man. No, it wasn't Banana Man, it was Super Ted and Spotty. They taught me how to cross a road. Although I do wonder why anyone who can fly would give a shit, but you know. They're also fictitious. They're made up. I wonder how much kids get taught how to cross a road and stuff like that these days. I mean, I don't have like CBeebies or anything like that. Although that's BBC in it, so they wouldn't have adverts anyway. I don't know what the equivalent is. I don't know. No idea. But see, I don't watch like kids TV, so I don't know what kind of adverts they put on. I mean, when I were a lad, kids TV, the adverts were basically toys. Toys for the cartoons that I was watching in order to try and like fleece my parents. And then occasionally they'd be like, don't walk across railway tracks or you'll die. Don't cross the road incorrectly or you'll die. Don't start smoking or you'll die. I'm guessing they just hold the hand of whoever's the like proposed responsible adult is, who's most likely looking at TikTok with the head down, walking out into traffic. Do people who have kids, do you like teach your kids to cross roads properly, like don't cross between parked cars and press the button and wait and look both ways and all that kind of jazz? Although, when I was in Canada, I was looking, basically you'd get to the edge of the road and then you'd look for oncoming traffic. But obviously I was looking in the wrong way, wasn't I? Looking in the wrong direction. What's going on there, do you reckon? Was that a little bit of rash? Bit of road rage, eh? With a militant cyclist? I mean, I'm looking for some feces on the road, so it could be. They're prone to that. Shitting themselves. Unlucky cars! Haha, stuck behind a tractor. What was I talking about? Yeah, so who's responsible for teaching kids how to cross roads? I mean, I can't remember whether I obviously know my dad didn't, because he couldn't give a flying fuck either way. And I was quite a free-range child anyway, so I was always out and about. That's what it was like back then. A lot of free-range children. Like up to a certain age, you literally had like sunset was your get in the house time. It gets to the point where you'd be out and about, and all you'd hear like come like sort of like 5-6 o'clock. Dinner's ready! And then they're just like kids splitting off and disappearing. Sundays was like, get in for your bath, get out, you scruffy little bastard, get in and have your one weekly wash, you fucking filth monger. But it kind of meant like literally during the summer, like the summer months with the like long days, you'd literally stay out until like fucking 10-11 o'clock at night. And eventually when you were deemed old enough, the darkness curfew no longer applied. And that, it wasn't like an age thing, it was literally just a point where your parents just stopped giving a shit. As it was with the group of people or friends that I associated with. It was like one person that would be like, it's kind of like picked up by the parents as the designated responsible, not adult, but like if you're with this person, you'll be alive, you'll come back alive. And it was me, right? To the point where, like, as young teenagers, freshly hairless teenagers, we were going off to Blackpool, like, as a gaggle of kids. I think we've done Alton Towers as well, without any parental supervision, because my presence was seen as a dreadlocks. I was seen as a mature presence. God, if only they knew that I was generally the instigator. The problem is, I think, right, it's appearance, and yeah, that's probably about it, really. Right, because like most kids in Liverpool, in Old Bootle, during like the 80s and early 90s, it tended to be like the skinhead, right? It tended to be like short cropped hair. However, when I was younger, I had like 2 very large blonde patches on the back of my head, right? But once my hair grew out, you wouldn't see them. But so if my hair was cut short, it looked like 2 like cartoon eyes on the back of my head, right? So obviously I had to have longer hair so I wouldn't get like fucking bullied or anything. Also, like, I tore clothes to bits, literally to shreds. Like anything of a flimsy material, I would just tear gouges in. Like, I'd be climbing up and like through everything. So I had to wear like quite strong denim, where everybody else was wearing like sports kits and tracksuits and, you know, that kind of shit. So I was usually like, I had like not a skinhead. And how many lights you want me? How many lights? All of them. Yeah. So I like a normal haircut and an actual like clothes that human beings wear instead of like some scallies and tracksuits. And the cherry on the top was like, I went to like my high school was Formby. So I used to commute. What do you call it when a kid goes to school? When it's not the school trip, the school run, whatever that journey is. That's what I did from Bootle to Formby. And being a scally in a school full of kids of sort of like well-to-do families, my accent waned quite quickly, although not enough, annoyingly. I was always noticeably scally enough for people in like at school to pass comment, but I was clearly no longer scally enough for the people and the friends that I associated with. So from like sort of outward appearance, I was quite responsible. No, I fucking wasn't. Not at all. I had a lovely little pastime of breaking into like warehouses, like old warehouses, and just smashing the shit out of the place. Like disused warehouses. There were quite a lot of them back then. They're all like housing complexes and shit like that now. Abandoned offices and warehouses is probably a better term. And if a couple of them burnt to the ground accidentally, nothing to do with me, my lord, your honour, whatever. Yeah, so being designated as a responsible person, we would often be free-range children and just disappear somewhere. Sometimes we just pick a direction and just bugger off for the day. Kids these days, you don't know you're born. Don't know you're born. You've probably all sat at home, like in your own homes, huddled around your Xbox with your headset on, playing your FIFA. In my day, we had bike rides, epic bike rides. We had to be quick. You had to be quick off the mark, because if someone's younger brother found out that you were off on an epic bike ride, they'd want to come. Oh God, no little kids, and then parents would be crying too, and it's like, just take him along, just take him. So you end up like a bunch of like preteens dragging this like 6-year-old through abandoned warehouses. Fucking hell! It's a testament to my mental fortitude and overall good nature. I turned out such a well-adjusted human. Found a shotgun once. They were like dens as well. Always used to make dens. Do kids make dens nowadays? Do they make dens like outside of Fortnite or any other game where you build things? But yeah. Okay, it's the last little snippet of my childhood. They were doing renovations to a school nearby. And it's like the massive pallets, like the big brick cubes. It wasn't securely secured, so we robbed all the bricks. But like we were just kids. We didn't have any kind of like means to transport them. So what we did was, and this is how I assumed the pyramids were built and Stonehenge and that. We got, obviously scaled up. Well, we got generally like the plastic bread trays, like the big plastic bread trays that you used to be able to get. You probably still get. I don't know. I don't mind buying much bread. Not much. Not the point. But yeah, we got like these big bread trays, loaded them full of bricks, and like attached some rope, and then like haul them away, and then we slowly like built this little brick fortress. We even had we have like a massive window. Someone was working on the car, and for some reason they'd left a big old windscreen lying around. We had a chimney and a little grill. Oh, I remember sitting inside one day. We were I can't remember what. We had like fire starters to start the fire, obviously to grill our bacon, and they kind of fell into the fire, and we were sort of sat there. I mean, it wasn't massive. This den. It was cool as fuck, but it wasn't massive. So we were sort of crammed into this little den, and then a large butane explosion thing kicked off. That was the last time we tried to cook anything. Oh, the good old days. Oh, the good old days. They were good.